This is my Survivor Series review, and I would just say that this show was just there. Like, there are moments that you can say are worth checking out, but there's no such match there to check out. Dominic versus John was good, but main thing people are gonna remember is Liv returning and John Cena being a big doofus, being a wrestler for more than 20 years, not knowing that she was gonna pull the swerve. She did a legit John Cena on John Cena. I'm just glad that she's back. We also had Raquel and Roxanne interfering, so and they have not interfered for a while in Dominic's or in other matches involving the Judgment Day. So it kind of feels like the Judgment Day storyline, which was supposed to happen, now is finally will be on track from Monday. That we can see, and I can probably see the women's intercontinental championship getting involved there, because you had backstage segments where it was essentially Roxanne Raquel going up to Maxine. I can probably see either Liv or Roxanne, one of them winning the Intercontinental Championship, and maybe we get that program for WrestleMania. Like, it is good though. I'm excited for that. Like, that will bring freshness back. You have like a main eventer back in Liv Morgan. Like, you can insert her anywhere. Like, you can have her as an opponent against Stephanie Wacker too, and probably give her some momentum, because the match she had with Nikki Bella was fine, but it kind of felt like this could have been on Raw, and it would have been fine. Like, it wasn't anything like breakout. You can say Nikki Bella's heel work was good, but then the match was just fine. And we have not really seen that many like great matches. I think maybe the one she had with Asuka was good, but apart from that, I'm not gonna say Nikki has had bad matches, but she has not had that many great matches. And I do think Stephanie needs like a killer feud now to really like push her forward, because she won the championship. Then she had all this stuff with the Judgment Day, which was like, yeah, it kind of felt like we needed to give her something. Then she has this with Nikki Bella. It kind of feels weak. Like, the thing that is more popular is the war game stuff with women, and that doesn't involve any of the champions or championships. And that was won by the faces. I don't mind the faces winning. It just feels like in the starting weeks you had the heels getting the upper hand. Then for the past 2 weeks the faces were getting the upper hand, and then they won the they won the War Games Advantage match, and then they won again in War Games where AJ Lee tapped Becky Lynch out. It's just that it kind of feels like they just got mollywopped. Like, they lost everything in the last 2 weeks. They didn't win anything. But then if you have Rhea Ripley and AJ Lee on one team, like, maybe we were having expectations beyond expectations for that. And even that match was fine. Like, you had the Io Sky trash can spot, but it's like now that it has become kind of a gimmick, it doesn't feel anything special. So I'm like, one thing we can say, probably the Kabuki Warriors will have a feud with Charlotte and Alexa and end this feud once and for all. And probably Becky and AJ now will have a singles feud between them. It would have been fun if it had the Intercontinental Championship between them as well, but as I said, I think the championship is going into a different direction. I hope now maybe AJ and Becky, maybe their feud can involve Stephanie Wacker somehow. Though I know people will say that's some NXT shit, like turning a singles into a triple threat into a fatal four way, but you do need something to happen, and WrestleMania is still long ways to go. So maybe we do need something to elongate the feud as well. Apart from that, what can you say? Even the men's war games was fine. It's just that we kind of get how the war games match is structured. It's just a bunch of plunder, then some insane spots, and then something happens, and then something is shocking happens, and then they win, or a big spot happens and then they win. But it's just that they don't have that old war game psychology that where the baby face they build up to the baby face coming to save. They have all these like moments which are like unique to the war game structure. Now it's just plunder, and even that plunder was nothing awesome. Like Roman and Brock didn't do really anything in the match. Like at the start where Roman came out, he kind of tagged an F5. But in the match, if you see the match, nothing really happened with these two guys. Even the internal squabbles were, eh, you can say Braun Breaker was good that Braun Breaker got the pin over CM Punk. Like CM Punk has gotten pinned a few times over the past few months, and if we look at the plans, the way that Roman and Cody were talking after the match that this is the last time I'm teaming with you, and how the reports are coming out, it kind of feel that CM Punk and Braun Breaker is going to be one match, and Roman versus Cody is going to be the second match. I think the Roman versus Cody match can only work if the story is that both are baby faces, but clearly the crowd is on Roman's side, and you can then build up, along like weeks where you can have like Cody is slowly getting affected by it, and maybe in the match, Cody turns heel to retain the championship. That way, you can set off the Cody heel turn. Roman can then go off to his vacation, and then you can do stuff with that. And I think probably Randy Orton is probably going to be next for Cody before WrestleMania rather than WrestleMania. CM Punk versus Braun Breaker, I don't mind it. Do I think it has now become big enough to main event WrestleMania? I don't think so. But this actually shows that they have like this is the right direction. Like pushing a younger guy forward, Braun Breaker as the guy. I think it's the right direction. It's just that we need to see if the feud is interesting or not. But I think this is the right direction. Like having Braun Breaker, going up against CM Punk and probably beating him for the World Heavyweight Championship, and then maybe when Seth Rollins come back, you can do that whole feud as well. So you have like two hot feuds for Braun Breaker, anyways. I do think the way that they have booked Bronson Reed, like okay, he's a big lackey, but he defeated Roman Reigns, and he has not really like gone up after that. I do hope they give him something to do apart from like really nothing. I do want to see like what is next for Dominic. I think probably Rey Mysterio, like because Rey did return against him only. So probably it's going to be Rey Mysterio that's going to be going up against him. It's kind of sad that now the Rey is back, El Grande, Americano is there, Penta has gotten injured. So I don't know what to give the show. It was fine. What do you think about the show? Tell me in the comment section. If you like this type of content, like this video, share and subscribe. If you don't, then share it with those who do. My social media accounts, which are my Twitter/X account and my Instagram account, links are in the description. So go follow me on that. A UPI ID link, which is SharePoint with OKICICI, is also in the description. So go donate any amount of money which can help me make YouTube a permanent that can make YouTube a permanent career option. So that was it for me for today. So thank you, goodbye, alvida.